There's two people waiting in the waiting room with the name Sandiptaka 10B and Brindavati Raut. Can you please help us with these two people? If any of these people are in this competition, please let us know. Or ask them to change to the code number.
Good morning, all. Banhi madam. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
No, what happened? Why are you not starting it?
Ma'am, the participants are still joining.
Your voice, there is an echo.
Ma'am, participants are still joining. That is why. 11 o'clock will start, ma'am.
But you have you informed other participants, because some of the participants are waiting from different schools and they are giving me a call that why it is not yet started.
Ma'am, actually, it is informed to them they have to join with the code name, but they are joining with their name. So that is the reason we are informing the mentor teachers that they have to inform their participants that they have to join in with their code name, ma'am, not with their school name.
Okay, may I see both the judges are there or not?
Jhanja ma'am has joined, ma'am. We are waiting for Saraswati, ma'am.
Good morning, Jhanja madam. You please unmute both the judges.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, I have spotlighted Jhanja, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. I think, ma'am, you are muted.
Yes. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Very good morning, Jhanja madam.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Nice to see you here.
Same here, ma'am. It's an honor, really.
So seeing the tiny tots, I forget everything.
That's true.
They're too small to tell a story. But, you will find that they're enjoying like anything. Please start. I think it's already 11 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we are waiting for Saraswati ma'am to join. I'm giving her a Storytelling is the most powerful way to put ideas into the world today. Good morning, everyone. I, Bunny Das, on behalf of DAVCDA, feels elated to welcome all the participants, mentor teachers, and the esteemed judges for the Interschool Storytelling Competition 2021. We know the power of imagination these little minds have. We know how wonderful they can be at making up stories. And we can proudly say that we have witnessed the creative and enthralling ideas of these little minds. Hence, it won't be wrong to put it up that every child is born creative. And I'm sure by the end of the storytelling competition, we all will be witnessing these creative minds. I would now request our reward principal, ma'am, to address the competition with her enlightening words and introduce the judges for today. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Bunny Madam. A very, very pleasant morning to each and everyone connected to this virtual platform. I, on behalf of DAB Public School CDA Cuttack, welcome you all for the Zonal Inter-School Storytelling Competition on the topic, Every Child is Born Creative. The title rightly suggests that every child is different, who is blessed with some uniqueness and creativity. I would take this opportunity to wish our children a belated Happy Children's Day. May the Almighty shower all His choicest blessings on you all so that you keep smiling in all your life. At the outset, I would like to express my wholehearted thanks to both the eminent judges, Madam Jhanja Das and Madam Saswati Nanda Satpathy, to be a part of this competition. They will definitely set an example to the tiny tots and inspire them to be excellent storytellers in future. As because both the judges are at par excellence, an eminent storyteller of Odisha. I once again welcome both the judges present over here. It's my pleasure to welcome the star attraction of the program, our very small yet smart, energetic, lovely, and beloved kids who are here to exhibit their talent. I hope it will positively build confidence, label, and enhance their speaking skills. I once again welcome all the small tiny tots of different DAV schools of our zone. I would also like to welcome all the teacher mentors of different schools of DAV institutions, Odisha Zone 1, for chiseling the talents of their students and preparing them for this zonal level competition. Dear students, storytelling, as we know, develops the self-confidence and public speaking skills amongst the students. It helps in learning naturally. It is the original form of teaching and has the potential of fostering emotional intelligence and help the child gain insight into human behavior. I'm sure you might have been using this tool and technique in your classroom teaching learning transaction. Once again, I welcome all the teacher mentors present over here. Last but not the least, to the tiny tots, you look like God and goddesses to me. I'm so happy seeing you here. So many participants are there, chosen by their teachers and principals of different schools, standard 1 and 2 children. You were too small to tell a story. You were too small to understand a story, but still, you all are here to exhibit your talent. I pray God, each and every one be the winner. I pray God that you make the judges puzzle to whom they will declare the winner. All the best to all the participants. Once again, I welcome each and everyone present here. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. Now, before we start the competition, I would like to stress on the guidelines again. Participants to join with the user code assigned to them. Mentor teachers to join with their names only. No school name to be mentioned. School name shouldn't be mentioned while introducing or in any way by the participants. Audio should be muted and video should be on throughout. User ID and password not to be shared with anyone. Parents not to join the platform. It means that parents should not join with any other device. Participants to be in school uniform without any iCards. The background should be plain and simple. There should be no other noise in the background. Participants to follow the time limit, that is 3 minutes. Exceeding the time limit will be considered as disqualification. The story should be self-made. The judging criteria to be followed properly. Do not use the raise hand option. Participants will be called out by their code. There should not be any prompting or help provided in the background during the narration. Props can be used. No restriction for the use of the props. Thank you so much. दादी नानी से तो बहुत कहानियां सुने होंगे। आज चलिए बच्चों से सुनते हैं उनकी कहानी, उनकी जुबानी. So I would request the first participant with the code wand to unmute and start the narration.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Respected principal ma'am, all to the dears or teachers and my dear friends. I am Master Singh of class 1. Today I am going to tell a story. The story name is The Unpredictable Slider. Once in a remote village, a boy once born with his surprising talent, which had a unique identity to him. The age of 4. When he starts writing, you want everyone noticed that he could write with his both hands, ineligible and writing. In his newspaper correspondent came to meet the boy and published a piece of article along with his picture in the Delhi. He made overnight star people near and only most villagers came to see him. He not limited his lighting only parallelly developed himself skills of typing, which changed his life. He could type so fast that no one could dare to compete with him. He was proud son of his parents. A younger sister too was a Bluetooth light with stage both hands. He joined the home class and after obtaining a certificate as a college of the civil court as a stenographer. Such qualities are not merit for birth. We can say it's an equality. His individual talent was timely identified and prized by all, with many successful men. The social identity so every child is special, but its own way you cannot say. Lord is but Marigold is not. No, Marigold has its own properties, its own color, its own volume. Every child is a flower by himself or wholesale. Small individual talents should not be suppressed, which innate brings to difference. Thank you all my friends.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story. I hope your friends have enjoyed it and the judges have too. Now I would request the second code participant to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning to one and all present over here. Honorable teachers and my dear friends, I felt like a night going to narrate a story in front of you all. The name of the story is The Cows and the Time. In a deep forest where lived 4 cows. They were good friends. They always ran together whenever they went in a group. In spite of living amidst the wild animals, no one could ever dare to harm them due to their union. A tiger had been watching these cows for quite some time. He always wanted to feast upon them. The tiger said, "How tasty the fat cows would be," so he thought, but whenever he tried, he was driving away by them as they strung back together. One day, the cows had a big quarrel. "Don't talk to me! You don't talk to me! I want to be this group anymore! Neither do I!" Saying this, each cow with a different accent to trees. The tiger grabbed the great opportunity. He said, "Ha ha 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 ha! Finally, the day has arrived." He said, "We'll leave the place. One by one, I will go to cows' food, hunt them, and eat all the cows." Moral of the story is, united we stand, divided we fall. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story. I hope your friends have enjoyed it too. Now I would request the third code to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning. My name is Manvirao. I study in Standard 1. I am going to tell a story, and the theme is Every Child is Born Creative. The oil tanker driving on a road to reach its destination within time with the help of GPS. Weather got worse and due to some technical fault, GPS stops working. Now driver is on his own to reach the destination. Driver continues on his way and go to wrong road which is not designed for tanker to ride. This road has a train overbridge which is lower in height. When tanker is about to pass under the bridge, it got stuck. Tanker stuck in such a way that it cannot move forward or backward. Oil started spilling out. Driver immediately informed the state police and fire department. They arrived soon. If train passed over bridge, it caused the sparking on wheels, which may light the truck on fire. Police called the puller and started pulling the truck out of the bridge, but it does not work. A boy from the nearby house reached the spot and observed it. He has an idea to remove truck and wanted to tell policeman, but police shouted and told him to leave out of here. This is not your kind of job. Boy stand far from the spot with a smile on his face. Police and officials were busy in pushing and pulling of tanker, but continuously failed to do so. Train will pass over bridge after 10 minutes. The operation is underway without any result. Policemen were unable to find the solution when they called this boy. Boy with a smile on his face tells his idea to remove truck. Puncture all the wheels and truck will be down by a bit so it can be pulled out. Within a time limit, tanker is removed and major accident was avoided. The boy with his imagination and creativity know the solution. When we were small, we were creating, but as we come to know life, we started missing from it. Policeman in that situation unable to find the solution because of his frustration and job, whereas boy in the same situation smile and full with creative solution. Thank you.
Lovely it was. Thank you so much. And it was quite inspiring also. Thank you, dear, for sharing such an inspiring story for all of us. Now I would request Code 4 to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning, respected judges, principal, and all my teachers. I am thankful to all to give me a chance in this competition. Myself, Shamita from Standard 1. Today I am telling a beautiful story. A little boy named Ishan, he lived with his family happily. He was unable to read and write, so he was always punished by his teacher. He failed 3 times in final exam. His school's principal decided to rusticate him. Ishan's angry father admitted him in a boarding school to teach a tight schedule, but he failed again and again to learn study. A new teacher observed Ishan. He noticed the student lost his mind and get frustration. The teacher wanted to help him to be a good student. His reverted lackness and trained it well. The day by day, Ishan became a good student. A inter-school drawing competition. His hold and Ishan ranked first position. Ishan is very happy and his parents proud to him. Moral: every children are model every children's are model every children's are
Yes. Yes, dear, say. You still have some time left.
born creative.
Very good. Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story. I hope all your friends have enjoyed listening to you. Now I would request the next code, that is code 5, to unmute and narrate the story.
A very good morning, esteemed jury members, respected teachers, and my dear friends present on this virtual platform. I, Jasmine Raut, a student of Standard 1, feels highly proud to narrate a beautiful story in front of you all. The name of my story is An Adult Became Genius. All human beings are creative by nature. Children are powerhouses of fun, creativity, and innocence. One day, a young child, Vicky, came home from school and he handed a letter to his mother and said, "My teacher gave this paper only to you." After reading the letter, his mother's eyes were tearful. Vicky asked, "What's wrong?" His mother said, "Your teacher told your son is genius. The school is too small and have no good teacher to train him. Please teach him yourself." So, Vicky's mother started to teach him personally at home. After some years, Vicky's mother died and he became an inventor of many types of robotic machines and make robots for hospitals, hotels, small homes, etc. After that, suddenly he found the old letter and started to read it. "Your son is mentally ill and don't let him come to our school anymore." After reading this, he cried loudly and said, "An adult child became genius by a hero mother." So, moral of the story is, every child is born creative. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. It was a lovely story and it is rightly written there. Creating is inventing, experimenting, growing, taking risks, breaking rules, making mistakes, and having fun. And I'm sure you must have fun and your friends must have fun listening to the story. Thank you, dear. Now I would request code 6 to unmute and narrate the story.
Ma'am, I'm audible.
Yes, dear, you're very much audible. You can start now.
Creativity is inventing, experimenting, growing, taking risks, breaking rules, making mistakes, and having fun. A very good morning to one and all friends over here. I'm Rishita Naik, a student of class 1. Today, I'm going to narrate a beautiful story. My story is based on a crippled boy named Rohan who could not do his work independently. His twisted fingers were laughed at by everyone. Rohan lived in a small village with his father, stepmother, and with his brother. One day, when he was playing outside of the house, he closely watched a calf having broken leg was struggling for work. The calf was repeatedly standing and falling down, and at last it reached its destination. From that, he got some positive inspiration. But Rohan was always being mocked by his stepmother and his friends because he was unable to do anything. Only place where he found himself happy when he painted the walls at the backyard with his legs. He always used cow dung and mud to paint the walls with his vivid ideas. It gave him immense pleasure. One day, his father noticed it. He saw, though his son was crippled, yet he could do marvelous painting on the walls. So he decided to provide some copies and colors for Rohan. He went to the market and bought those copies and colors. Rohan was thrilled. He started painting vigorously. His paintings were once seen by the headmaster of that village. He was so surprised by seeing his painting that he kept those in an exhibition. Lot of admiration came pouring for Rohan, and his paintings were selected at the district level, and he secured a position. Finally, his paintings were selected at the national level. His joy knew no bounds, was like a free bird soaring high in the sky. He forgot he was crippled. He went ahead to collect a big prize from Prime Minister of India. The moral of the story is every child is born creative. Thing is that we have to nurture this creativity within them. We have to help them to grow this creativity within them. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. And I'm sure with the story you have narrated, everybody is going to have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much, dear. Now I would request the code 7 to unmute and narrate the story. I'm sorry, 7 is not there. If the mentor teacher is there, please look into that. Code 7 is not present in the competition. So without wasting time, I would request code 8 to unmute and narrate the story. Unmute yourself, dear.
Good morning, everybody, respected judges, and my dear friends. I am Sukharadhya Mohanty from class 1. Today I am going to present a story. The name of the story is Resourceful Neha. One day, a little girl Neha went to a toss-up with her mother, where she saw a bowl maker and she insisted on buying it. And her mother bought that for her. Neha went home happily and enjoyed playing with it. The next day, she took it and started playing with it again while playing. It fell down from her hand and the liquid spilled on the floor. At first, she became very sad. But she recalled an advertisement she had seen on TV. She took some water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1, 2. Mix it. And 2 tablespoons of liquid dishwash. 1, 2. Mix it. To prepare the liquid, she mix it very well. Now it's a magic. This liquid gave her the same pleasure like the one she bought from the market. It was not harmful for eyes and skin as well. When her mother came back home, Neha showed that bubble liquid to her mother. Her mother was very happy and excited to see Neha's creativity. Every child needs to be encouraged to show their inner potential. The moral of the story is every child is born creative. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. It was a lovely story and we loved your magic which you did. Thank you so much, dear.
Thank
Now I
you.
would request code 9 to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning, everyone. Respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I am Upasana Senapati, a student of class 1. Today I am going to narrate the story on the topic The Wanderer. This story is about an 8-year-old girl named Lisa, whose world is filled with wonders. One day, Lisa was very worried because the teacher had asked her to draw a story on her own. She told her mama that she had tried to draw on different topics, but she was unable to make it look good. Her mother checked her copy and noticed that she has drawn good pictures, but the connection for the story was missing. So her mother asked her, has the teacher given them a particular topic to draw? To this, Lisa told, no, Mama, she did not give any, but she suggested some topic, and I tried from that only. Lisa's mother could notice the stress on her face and asked her to go and play in the garden. Lisa was surprised and asked about her assignment. To this, Lisa's mother told, don't think about the drawing now. Just relax and enjoy yourself. After a few minutes, Lisa returned feeling fresh and relaxed. Now, her mother asked her to go and sit by the window and draw whatever she sees. Lisa started drawing and was completely absorbed in her work. Finally, she completed the drawing and showed it to her mother. Lisa's mother saw the drawing and showed it to Lisa too. Now her mother asked her, if you see the drawing which you have made, then I think you will find a story in it. So your assignment is also done here. Lisa was very happy and thanked her mother. So from this story we can say every child is born creative. They just need a facilitator, be it parents or teachers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was amazing. And I hope your friends have enjoyed it. Now I would request code 10 to unmute and narrate the story.
Every child is a different kind of flower, and all together they make this world a beautiful garden. A child is like a butterfly in the wind. Some can fly higher than others, but each one flies the best it can. Good morning, one and all. Present over here. Respected judges, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. I'm Arvind Aryan from class 1. Today I'm going to tell you a beautiful story about a little boy named Shiny. The title of my story is Shiny, a Twinkling Star. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Shiny. Hello, I'm Shiny, a little boy like you all boys. And this little boy had just started his new schooling because his father had joined a new company. He was so excited to meet his friends, teachers, and all. But he felt disappointed. Do you know why he felt disappointed? because he was a little slow on reading, writing, and understanding the things, and everybody made fun of him. Oh, saw the duffer. Some said Kachua. Some said dumb. Like that, he was very sad. One day, his new drawing teacher said, "Come on, children, let's draw a picture." And everybody started to draw. Then suddenly, when his new drawing teacher saw that Shiny was not drawing a picture, he went to him and asked him, "Are you going to draw a picture?" Then Shiny looked confused. He thought, "What shall I draw? What shall I draw? What shall I draw?" Then he asked his teacher, "What shall I draw, teacher?" Then his new drawing teacher said, "You can draw anything you want." Then he was so excited. He immediately grabbed those crayons and began to draw. Can you guess what he drew? He drew the picture of himself and how he was feeling today. Even if he was sad today, he wanted to fly like a bird and explore the world. Everybody has
I'm
a
sorry,
own
dear. Sorry, the time has already been, it's already 3 minutes. I'm sorry, we cannot allow you to exceed the time limit. It will be considered disqualification. So sorry, dear. But it was a lovely story. You were so beautifully narrating it. Thank you so much.
Budni madam,
Yes, ma'am.
let him complete the story.
Sure, ma'am.
Was
You
it
can
needed to
complete this.
disclose this here? Because two judges are there with us. They might be watching the time also, if there is a time limit. Dear, you please continue.
Sure, ma'am.
So nice story you were telling so nicely.
Even if he was sad today, he wanted to fly like a bird and explore the world. Everybody has their own creativity. Some are good at drawing, some are good at singing, some are good at reading too. So every child is born creative. Some are good, some let them nurture, let them explore and try to identify their hidden quality and give our support to them. Each one is different, each one is special, each one is beautiful. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.
Thank you so much, dear. It was lovely. I want to see you smiling. Come on, don't be disheartened. It was a lovely story. Come on, smile. Now I would request code 11 to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kashmika. I study in class 1B. Today's topic is every child is born creative. Today I'm going to tell a story. The title is A Beautiful Scenery. Once Rohan was playing in the garden. He was rolling, jumping, and had lots of fun. Rohan was chasing the butterflies, and now he was very tired. Rohan was sat on the grass and see beautiful scenery. And he decided he make a beautiful scenery. He took some papers and colors from his bag. Oh my God! Green color is missing. Oh, Rohan is very sad. He is scribbling the colors, and suddenly he see mixing blue and yellow color make a green color. Wow! Got a green color, and Rohan was very excited and happy. And now Rohan was Some love dancing, some love singing. Everyone is different. Moral of the story, life is not very easy. Life is full of challenges, but we should never give up and trust our creativity. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. And you're absolutely correct when you're saying we should never give up. Thank you so much, dear. Now, I would request Code 12 to unmute and narrate the story.
The man who has no imagination has no wings. Namaste and good morning to us.
Sorry to interrupt. The video is switched off. Can you switch on the video, dear? Yes, it is visible now. Code 11. Thank you.
And this is code 12.
Yes, sir. Code 12.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, may I start?
Yes, dear.
The man who has no imagination has no wings. Namaste and good morning to all honorable judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends. Today I am Miss Mithinka of Standard 1 of DAB Public School, Pitil Para. Is going to narrate a beautiful story titled My Dad Flies. My story is about a little boy like me called Mohan. Mohan was very shy boy with very few friends. During the class, he would often be lost in his own world, dreaming to be exploring the space in his astronaut suit. His dream would be rudely shaken when his teacher would shout, "Hey Mohan, are you again daydreaming?" And his classmates would giggle. Poor Mohan. It was only his mother who could understand Mohan's beautiful world of stars and planets. At night, sleeping in lap of his mama, Mohan would open his heart. Why doesn't happen with me, Mama? I love when I read about galaxies, space, but I feel bored when I have to do homework, classwork. What should I do, Mama? Mama would smile sweetly and tell, "My boy, it is not your fault. Hold on to your dreams. One day they will come true." When one day a famous space scientist, Mr. Albert Joshi, come to Mohan School on World Science Day, Mr. Mohan was really excited during the introduction session. Mr. Joshi answered so many questions. Then he asked, "Does anyone knows about light period?" There was pin drop silent. Slowly Mohan got up from his seat and very confidently he answered. Mr. Joshi shook his hand and told, "Young man, you have a bright future." From that day, the weird little boy Mohan became the little hero of school. So remember, every child is unique and so is his potential. Let us recognize it and nurture it so that one day we can be our own heroes. So that, thank you, have a good day and keep dreaming.
Thank you so much, dear. And you're absolutely correct. We can be our own hero. And I think your friends will follow for keep dreaming thing. So thank you, dear. I'll request the next code, that is code 13, to unmute and narrate the story.
Yes, ma'am. I am clearly audible, ma'am.
Yes, dear, you're clearly audible.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, all. Respected principal, teachers, parents, and all my dear friends. I am Nandini Arya from class 1, section C. I hope you all are doing good. Today, I will tell a fictional story of a girl who became famous by her willpower and talent. Few years ago, there was a young girl named as Mira staying with her parents. Mira was a cute and naughty girl, but was having hearing problems from birth. Due to the same, Mia was not able to talk properly as well. Mia wanted to play with friends, but others used to make fun of her. They used to ha 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 laugh at her and never played with her. No, was staying in home and was getting angry with herself. Whenever Mia gets to anger, she used to jump on and up in the floor. Trying, Mia used to wave her hand, trying to bend things here and there, making some facial expressions. One day, her mother saw it and found the jumps and expressions are so unique. It resembles some classical dancing. Next time, when Mia got angry and was doing similar moves, she made a video of her and showed to a teacher. The teacher was surprised to see the little kid is having such creative expressions and moves. She started training her. Mia learned the dance forms very easily by seeing the teacher. Few months later, Mia participated in the Dance India Dance Kids competition. Mia won the hearts of the judges and the trophy. Mia made her parents and school proud. Now everyone wants to play with Mia and love her a lot. The story teaches us every child is creative. God has given all of them some talent. It's for the parents and others to notice creativity and to take it forward. If the creativity is properly understood, then sky is the only limit for them. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. It was a lovely story. Now I would request the next code, that is code 14, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning. Good morning to one and all. I am Pradhan from Standard 1. I am going to tell my story. The frog who never gave up. One day a frog fell into a bucket of milk. He swam round and round and tried to go out. There was nothing under her feet to climb on, so she could not go out. The frog did not give up and went on swimming. Her legs kept moving round and round and round. The milk shone and turned into butter. The frog climbed up the lump of butter and hopped out. The moral of the story: hard work never fails. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Same to you, dear. Have a nice day for you too. It was a lovely story. Now I would request the next code, that is code 15, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning to one in our present over here. As team judges, dignified teachers, and my dear participants. I am Ratika Mahabatra from Standard 1. Today I am going to narrate a story. My story name is The Jungle School. One day, the jungle king thought to make all the animals literate. For that, they opened the school. All the animals like elephant, zebra, fish, monkey, tiger, snake, etc. bring their child to get admitted in school. Time flew away. After 3 months, there was a PTM in school, where first unit test result was going to declare. All animals along with their kids did school. But what's wrong? Monkey got first position, whereas some other animals like elephant, zebra, fish failed in the unit test. Parents of failed students got disappointed and started scolding and beating their child very badly. And nobody noticed the mess happening around him and asked, "What's the matter?" The father elephant replied, "We have a useless child who can't climb on a tree to touch the highest tree." Whereas the monkey did it. Hearing this, the old tree smiled and said, "All your kids are different by nature, by feature, and by circumstance. You can't judge them in one test. Almighty created the world with varieties of animals to fulfill different purposes. So we must not compare among us. What is the need of climbing a tree? Baby elephant can stretch his trunk to touch the highest tree. If giraffe stretches his long neck, he can able to do it. Baby fish is the queen of water. No one can touch her in climbing. After getting the enlightenment from the tree, all animals realize their mistake. Hope you two are getting my point. Moral of the story. No kid is unsmart. Every kid is genius at something. Our job is to find it and encourage it. Thank you. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you so much, dear. It was a lovely story and we enjoyed the animals story. After a long, we are hearing about the animals, isn't it? Now I would request the next participant, that is code 16, to unmute and narrate the story.
Kar.
Good morning. Good morning, respected audience, principal, and my friends. I am Subhadeep and I am going to tell a story based on the moral every child is one creative. The title of the story is We Should Be Creative. I was a student of class 1. Her father loved her very much. He always liked to listen to someone praising her. One day she saw a musical program. Lady was playing the tabla. That night she went home and could not sleep. The very next morning, the very next morning, that night she went home and could not sleep. The very next morning, a lady was playing the tabla. That night she went home and could not sleep. The very next morning, She that her father to bring tabla for her so that she can play. She can play. Said it is not so easy, beta, but Mita repeated her father repeatedly. Then her father not only brought tabla, but also admitted her in a music school. She became successful playing the tabla. So let us find crediting and thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story. I hope your friends have enjoyed it. Now I would request the next participant, that is code 17, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good noon, everybody. My name is Anushka of class 1. Today I am going to tell you story. The title of story is Tanker Driver and a Boy. One day the old tanker driving on a road to reach its destination with the help of GPS. Due to some technical fault, the GPS stops working. But the driver continues on his way and goes on wrong route. This road has a train over bridge. When tanker is about to pass under the bridge, it got stuck. Tanker stuck in such a way that can't move forward and backward. Oil started spilling out. Driver immediately informed the state police and fire department. They arrived soon. If train passed over bridge, it causes sparking on wheels, which may light the truck on fire. Police called the puller and started pulling off the truck out of bridge, but it did not. But to held, but
पीछे प्लेन बैकग्राउंड ब्रो यू नो प्लेन बैकग्राउंड कलरफुल बैकग्राउंड
but it does not work. A boy from the nearby house reached the spot and observed the scene. He has an idea to move truck. Sir, puncture all the wheels and truck will be down by a quick, so it can be pulled out. After that, with the time limit, the tanker is removed and major accident was avoided. The boy with his imagination and creativity know the way out. Moral of the story is every child is born creative. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story. Now I would request the next participant to unmute and narrate the story. Code number 18 to unmute and narrate the story.
A very good morning to all.
Yes, dear, continue.
Very good morning. All my respected senior and my friend. I am Krishna Raja from class 1 section. I feel proud to learn something people in platform on the topic every child is born creative. Let's start the story. One day a lion of the king announced no one in this jungle remain uneducated. A school was kept in the jungle. All the animals like bear, giraffe, snake, fish, elephant, monkey took their kids admission in this school. After a few days, the first winter results announced and the parents returned to a schedule in the school. Surprisingly, monkey came first and the kid of elephant, giraffe, these are failing in exam. parents of the elephant, giraffe, started scolding their kids. The mother of kids started beating her. Her relatives cried and they begged to be rescued. As her mother, she will definitely come fast in a swimming there. All the animals, their kids returned from the school. On the way, they met an old figure. Old figure asked the animal why they are scolding their kids. Then the parents replied, what else they will do if the kids fail in the fast unit test? The elephant father told angrily what has been asked in the test? Simply to climb a tree and touch the hastily. The Lord Almighty smiled and said, what is the necessity and of one elephant to climb a tree? He can totally push it from. That can just by moving its head, but when fish is the queen of water. The parents animal understood everything. The story as the moral and the message behind the object. They can grow with human equality. Some of us may not be good study, but outstanding in some other fields. Therefore, I would like to conclude that there is an inward talent in each of one or only spark of exploration can bring out the best in us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story and inspiring as well. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 18, to unmute and narrate the story. Sorry, code 19 to unmute and narrate the story.
Mama, I'm audible.
Yes, dear, you're audible.
Good afternoon, judges, teachers, and my dear friends. My name is Sai Chitanak. I am 6 years old. I study in class 1. Today I am going to narrate a story of my own imagination. The title of the story is Creativity is in One. Once a little girl was traveling to her home through the jungle. She lost her way and could not find the way to her home in time. So we called our friend Spider-Man to help her. Spider-Man said that he was busy and he would send his friend Doraemon. Doraemon always carries the map with her and he exactly help her. So the Spider-Man rang up Doraemon to help his girl. But unfortunately, Doraemon out of country. Spider-Man called his friend Superman and asked him everything. Superman carried Doraemon from America and reached the jungle. With the help of the map, which Doraemon has, they exactly found the way to their home in time. The girl thanks to all. For helping. Moral. The moral of the story is try to think creative instead getting panic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. I'm sure your friends must have enjoyed it because it was about Spider-Man, Superman, and Doraemon, who are very much known to all your friends. Thank you so much for sharing a lovely story with us. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 20, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning to all. Respected principal, Ma'am, madam, and my all friends. I am Sanjita Pedasnidhar, standing in front of you from Standard 1. I am going to tell about an English moral story. Every child is born creative. Swami Vivekananda was a great saint. He was born in Calcutta. His nickname was Narendra, and his friends called him Naren. One day, Naren and his friends were playing together in the tree. Suddenly, an old man came and told to the children, "Hey children, come down, come down. There was a big ghost." The ghost broke the necks who'd climbed the tree. Then all the children ran away. In next day, Naren again came and climbed the tree. His friends told him, "Please, Naren, come down. The ghost is here to catch you and break your neck." Then Naren laughed and told, "What a silly fellow you are. Don't believe anything just because someone tells you. If there was a real ghost, my neck would have been broken long ago." The moral of the story is always find out the truth for yourself. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. It was a lovely story. Thank you so much for sharing with your friends. I hope they have enjoyed it just the way you enjoyed narrating it. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 21, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning to all respected teachers and my dear friends. I am Kishore Mishra from Standard 1. Today, I am going to narrate the story. The story name is Creativity Brings Success. Rakesh was a small kid and had always listened to stories of astronauts, space, and spaceships from his teachers and elders. His dreams were big, so was his curiosity. He was always eager to know more about space and memes of visiting moon. One day, on sharing his dream with his friends, all of them mocked him. "Oh, Rakesh on the moon! What a joke!" Rakesh was deeply hurt by this. He finally decided to discuss about his dream with his father. His father calmly said, "Listen, your son, to achieve something big, you have to remain focused and be creative. I advise you to build a model of rocket in which you want to go to moon and show it to your friends." Rakesh, without wasting time, built many models with wood and cardboard. With his creative touch, they look like small models of real rockets. Those who mocked him now started to praise him for this. One Monday morning, he saw a poster, National Level Science Competition, on his school notice board. He immediately participated in that event. The journey to national final was hard and full of challenges, but his creativity and hard work were always to his rescue. On the event day, Rakesh beautifully explained all the models in a very creative way and impressed all the judges to win the competition. With the passage of time, Rakesh's hard work was selected for advanced space program and went on to become the youngest scientist. So, the moral of the story is every child is born creative, and creativity, when fostered with care, will surely result in success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story. Now I would request the next participant, that is code 22, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Avigya Pujari, studying in class 1. Today, I am going to narrate a story named Dharmapada, a little wonder. Dharmapada was the son of a great architect, Vishnu Marana. Dharmapada had never seen his father, as his father was building the famous sun temple at Kona, along with 12 mounted arches for 12 years. Dharmapada grew up as a clever child who had learned many things about sculpture from his mother. When he became 12 years old, he went to Kona to meet his father. There, he saw his father. All other artists were in distress. They had completed the temple but could not fix the top stone. If they did not finish by next day evening, then they would be punished by the king. Looking into this matter, my father said, I will fix the top stone. So, artist gave him a chance. Then he climbed the temple, applied his creativity, and fixed the crown of the temple, where 1200 artists had failed. This 12-year-old child had solved the problem due to his creative brain. Moral of the story is every child is born creative. We should give them chance to prosper. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear, for narrating such a lovely story. Now I would request the next participant, that is code 23, to unmute and narrate the story.
Creativity is a skill hidden in every human being and also in every child. Every individual is born in her creativity because every child is unique. Good morning, respected judges, principals, and my friends. I am Sutalina Sahu, a student of class 2, going to tell a story based on the moral every child born creative. The title of my story is Madhu Malti. Madhu and Malti were good friends. Malti was an excellent singer. She used to get prizes for her better singing. Madhu also had a great desire to sing like Malti. She tried but could not sing anyway. Once Malti inspired Madhu to meet a guru and take training. Madhu had little ability, but he was very hardworking and promising. Her guru became glad to know her good quality and began to train Madhu. Surprisingly, Madhu began to sing like professionals within 1 year. Her guru said anybody can be successful like Madhu. Creativity is hidden inside us. We have to work hard in a positive attitude and strong determination. And one day Madhu was able to win a reality singing show. Let us come to find creativity in us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story presented. And now I would request the next participant, that is code 24, to unmute and narrate the story. Code 24 to unmute and start the narration.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, dear, you're audible.
Esteemed judges, respected teachers, and knowledgeable audience. Good afternoon to all of you. I am Master Hadira Pradhan, a proud student studying in Standard 2. As we know, the topic of today's competition is Every Child is Born Creative, and I am going to explain this profound moral theme with the help of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, an eminent scientist and the 11th President of India. This is his picture. Dr. Kalam was born in Rameswaram on 15th of October 1931 to father Jainal Abudin and mother Asiyama. Due to humble family background, he used a newspaper during his school days to support his family and studies. He was known as a bright and hardworking student. After completing his school and college education, he went to the Madras Institute of Technology to study aerospace engineering. Next, he joined DRDO as a scientist. After that, he joined ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, to be the project director of India's first satellite launch vehicle, SLV-3. Next, he visited NASA to study advanced rocket technologies. Dr. Kalam is fondly remembered as the Missile Man of India due to his remarkable contribution towards improving India's missile defense system. Agni and Prithvi are some of his powerful missiles, and he also played a key role in the Pokhran nuclear tests. After working as a scientist for a long time, he was elected as the 11th President of India in 2002. He was also a poet and writer. Wings of Fire and Ignited Minds are some of his popular books. He passed away on 27th of May 2015. He was very fond of children and loved to listen to their ideas because he believed that every child is born creative, irrespective of their sex, religion, and other backgrounds. So the moral of the story is every child is born creative. It is very insightful to observe that great personalities like Dr. Kalam, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Dr. Kalpana Chawla, Albert Einstein, etc. all were children one day. Their lives are living testimonials of the fact that every child is born creative, irrespective of their sex, religion, and other backgrounds.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a very inspiring story.
Just a minute, ma'am. To quote Albert Einstein, every child is a genius. Let me logically conclude that every child is born creative. Thanks and wish you all a very belated happy Children's Day. Jai Hind, Jai Dear. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, dear. You're absolutely correct. Every child is a genius. We just need to nurture them, polish them, and I'm sure their creativity will be showing very brightly. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 25, to unmute and narrate the story.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, dear, you're audible.
Hello, everyone. Respected teachers and dear friends, I wish you all a very good morning. I am Sanidhya Bishara of Standard 2. I am here to
narrate a short story. The title of the story is Every Child is Going Through a Phase. Yes, few days back, one fine morning, when I got up from my bed, I was so happy to see all the decorations and gifts in my room. My parents and my sister wished me happy for my 7th birthday. My grandmother gifted me a dress which I loved so much. The dress was bright red in color with a black spider. It had a face mask and nose too. Yes, the dress was very special because that was Spider-Man dress. The moment I put on the dress, I felt like I can climb the walls and make out webs from my finger. I thought of myself as Peter Parker. You all know this Peter? Peter lives in New York City with his aunt. He is a school student. He loves maths and science. Some kids at school are not nice to Peter, but push him, they make fun of him. He was super secret. He was beaten by a little active fighter. There was a Spider-Man costume and he can suit his waves. His waves stop bad guys. He uses his power to be further. He loves Spider-Man. You know, he can. Spider-Man was introduced by Stanley Martin Lightning. He was a American comic book writer. He was born on 23 December 1932 in USA. His father's name was Jack Lightning and mother's name was Celia. He was very poor childhood, so he worked as a delivery boy. He was very fond of books and movies. He was editor in Marvel Comics. He also won in the American Navy during the World War. Out of his creativity, he made the Destroyer, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. So he is known as father of superheroes. He died on 12th September 2018. He was a great fighter and made our childhood awesome. He was successful and made miracles. Creating his statement, inventing, creating rules and making mistakes and having fun with life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story because it was completely having the characters of Avengers, isn't it? Hulk, Spider-Man. It was fun to listen. Thank you so much, dear. Now I would request the next participant, that is code 26, to unmute and narrate the story. Code 26.
Yes, ma'am.
You can start there, dear.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, dear, you're audible.
A very good afternoon to respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends who are present on this virtual platform. I, Sanskriti Tiwari of Standard 2, got an opportunity to present my imagination in the form of a story, and my topic is the West Bag. So let's start. Once there was a poor young girl named Nazila. She lives in a slum, a place full of dirt and dust. She was a simple, quiet and introvert girl. She couldn't afford to go to private school, so she attended a nearby missionary school. She had no clean clothes to wear and had no bag to carry to school. She was often mocked and bullied by her friends for her shabby appearance. She was not noticed in the class, neither her presence nor absence. She always sits in a last bench of her classroom. She doesn't have any friends. Two of her classmates named Lily and Zane very often used to make fun of her name, dress, and the place where she comes from. One day during this puzzle, everyone was rushing to their homes. Someone pushed Nazila and crossed her. She fell down and was badly hurt. At that moment, Lily and Jane started laughing at her. They asked her, "Why don't you carry a bag to school?" But Nigella didn't reply. She asked her mother for a new bag, but her mother denied and said that there isn't enough money to buy a bag. Next day, while going to school, she saw a plastic bag lying near the garbage. She picked it up, dusted it, and kept all her books inside the carry bag and went to school. Before entering the class, suddenly the plastic bag ripped off. At that moment, she felt so embarrassed. Everyone laughed at her again. It was cold winter day. There was a notice put up in her school about the contest which will be held before the Christmas. It was about making best out of West. There was a huge participation. Everyone submitted their work. After the judgment, Nigella was announced as the winner of the contest. Unfortunately, she was absent on that day and not present to receive the applause. Everyone were amazed to see beautiful work of Nigella. Both Lily and Jane had also come to see her work. They were surprised to see beautiful bags she made out of waste and had written Lily and Jane on it. Both of them felt ashamed of themselves and eagerly wanted to congratulate Nigella and apologize for their behavior. But Nigella never came back to school as she already left that school. That's all about the story. Moral of the story is, please don't be judgmental on the basis of someone's first impression, because every child is born creative and has its own talent. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much for helping us with knowing that we should not be judgmental. You're absolutely correct, dear. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 27, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. My name is Nandita Mishra. I study in class 2. Today's topic, Kalam design a fighter jet. Today I'm going to say about a poor little boy who has writing the name of our country letter. Once upon a time, as a young boy, Kalam and his friends would sit and watch the cranes and seagulls soaring in the sky. Those birds inspired him and he dreamed of his future. As he grew older, his goal became clearer. He fulfilled his dreams and admission in MIT Engineering College. Kalam designed a fighter jet with his other classmates. One day his teacher received his progress and very disappointed with his plan, and teacher gives his 3 days chance to better design, otherwise cancel his scholarship. He never slept whole 3 days and nights and completing the task. Kalam teacher said he never expected you to perform so well. Kalam felt joy and relief. He did scholarship and graduated from MIT with outstanding marks. He successfully designed a fighter jet. He was the former scientist and president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, sir. The moral of the story is, every child is born creative. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. You're absolutely correct when you say that every child is born creative. Till the time, I think we must have witnessed it, because the more we learn about the stories, the more we see the stories, we are finding out these creative storytellers we have in between us. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 28, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Baiva Patnaik of Standard 2, feel grateful to get an opportunity to narrate a beautiful story in front of the gathering today. The title of my story is Indu's Exploration. So let's start. This story is about a girl named Indu and a younger sister Asu. Asu was 8 years old, while her sister was just 2 years older to her. Indu was a very smart child. She loved to explore new things and gather knowledge about everything. She used to ask peculiar questions to her parents related to science at a very young age. She used to break open things to see how those things used to work. Though her parents were not fond of her habit, but they never stopped her to explore at young. One day, Asu found out an old carpenter's ink filler. She loved it and took it to play with it. But Indu was really interested to find out how the filler used to work. So she said to Asu to give it to her, but Asu didn't. That night, Indu quietly took out her filler, broke, opened it, and found out what she wanted to. Then she felt bad for Asu. Next day, while playing, Asu looked for that filler but couldn't find it. So she started crying. Indu came out from her room with a new and better toy made from that filler. Indu apologized Asu and gave her that new toy that she had made. Seeing this, their parents sighed, thinking that at this small age, little Indu could create something so useful for a little sister. Since then, they let Indu explore things and learn from them. The moral of the story is every child is born creative, which helps him or her to be more compassionate and sensible. Thank you for your patient sharing. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear. Yes, you're absolutely correct. This creativity helps us to be more compassionate and learn new things. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 29, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning, everyone. I am Asrita Ismati Behra. I study in Standard 2A. Today, I'm going to present a small story on the topic on creativity lead to success. There was a poor family lived in a small village. In the family lived only 3 members: father, mother, and their son. They were so poor that they had no food to eat. They struggled in their life to live. One day, parents thought that as they were facing lots of difficulties to live their life, so their son also suffered in future. Therefore, to avoid these circumstances, they wanted their son to concentrate in studies for his better life. But when the boy sat for his studies, then he thought to write something creative. So he could not concentrate on his studies. His parents scolded him and rudely behaved and said, "Why don't you concentrate on your studies?" And they punished their son. But he did not change his attitude toward his writing. One day, his school gave a good opportunity for the students to develop their writing skills. The teachers encouraged to explore their imagination on a given topic. The boy was very happy and participated for the competition. Then he was won the competition and proud himself most creative boy in the class. It was the proud moment for him as well as parents. Now the parents understood that every child is unique. So what is the moral of the story? Yes, the moral of the story is Every child is born creative. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story. Now, I will request the next participant, code 30, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good afternoon to all. I am Divyanshira from Standard 2. As we know, every child is very special because children are beautiful creation of God. They are powerhouses of fun, energy, creative, and innocence. There is nothing that children cannot do in their vivid imagination. Now I am going to tell you a beautiful story regarding this, and the title of the story is Intelligent Creation. Once upon a time, a rich and bad man lived in a village. His name was Dhanira. One day, he organized a unique contest in village, and his condition was very weird. Who answer my question correctly, I will provide free meal for 1 year. If the answer is incorrect, then you work as a servant for 1 year without any pay. For free meal, many villagers came at Dhanyam's place to answer his question, but no one answered the question correctly. There was an intelligent boy. His name was Krish. When he knew the trick of Dhanyam, he said his father, I want to give answer of Dhanyam's question. But his father told, have you any idea how clever he is? If the answer is wrong, we land in big trouble. You don't worry, Dad, said Krish. At last his father agreed. Krish ran to Dhanyam's place and told, what is the question, master? If I will tell the answer correctly, then you will release all the people working here without any pay. Dhanyam agreed with his condition. Dhanyam called his servant, and the servant came with 2 roses. Tell out of 2 roses which one is fake and which one is real. Chris thought both are same size and color. So he said to Dhanyam, I need some time, Master. Dhanyam started laughing, ha ha ha, and said, okay, take as much time you want. After a few hours, the real rose became fair. Chris said, the answer is in front of you, everyone. This one is real and this one is fake. Everyone became very happy. Thanked to Krish and said, we will get a new life for you, child. Dhanya felt his guilt and said sorry to everyone. Moral of the story. Every child is creative. It's our duty to encourage them, not to destroy its creativity. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. And you're absolutely correct. Every child is creative and we should not discourage them, but encourage them. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 31, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good afternoon. One and all present over here. Honorable teachers and my dear friends. I, Aradhya Das, going to narrate a story. The story name is The Tale of the Pencil. Raj was upset because he had done poorly in his English test. His grandma sat with him and gave him a pencil. A puzzled Raj looked at his grandma and said he did not deserve a pencil. After his performance in the test, his grandma explained, you can learn a great many things from this pencil because it is just like you. It experiences a pencil sharpening just the way you have experienced the pain of not doing well on your test. However, it will help you be a better student.
Thank you so much, dear. And you have correctly said that we can leave our marks if we do well, if we keep practicing. Now, I will request the next participant, that is code 32, to unmute and narrate the story.
Morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rihan Raut. Today, I am going to tell you a beautiful story. The title of my story is Best Out of Waste. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a little boy named Raju. He had a beautiful farm in which 2 cows and 1 cow lived happily. Raju loves to play with the 2 calves. One night when Raju was sleeping in his home, suddenly he heard a loud noise coming from the farm. Raju ran towards the farm. He saw that the cow was in lot of pain. The cow was crying. "Ma, ma." Raju calls the vet doctor. When the vet doctor checked the cow, he found a big lump of polythene in the cow's stomach. The vet doctor gave the cow a lot of injections and medicines. At last, the cow felt little better. That night, Raju could not sleep. He kept on thinking, how did the big lump of polythene went inside the cow's stomach? In the next morning, when Raju was going to school, he saw that the villagers throw food waste inside the polythene, and the cows were eating the food waste along with the polythene. Then Raju got an idea to save the animals. Decided to make paper bags out of waste paper like this one. He gave the paper bags to everyone in the village and said to use paper bags instead of polythene bags. Then all the villagers decided to stop using polythene bags, and they used Raju's creative idea of making paper bags out of waste paper. By this, the surrounding was clean and the animals were happy. So, the moral of the story is say yes to paper bags, say no to polythene bags. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear, for narrating such a lovely story. And yes, we will say no to polythene and we will say yes to paper bags. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 33, to unmute and narrate the story.
Hello everyone. Namaskar, my all students and teachers. My team name is Every Child is One Creative. John was a selfish boy. He never shared his stress with anyone, but that John was a selfish boy. He never shared his stress with anyone. His parents were worried as how to teach him about kindness and sharing. Then one day, John was returning from school on his new bicycle. As John was watching, a boy fell into a ditch and hurt himself. The boy said, "Oh, can't move my arm." John would never help anyone, but help anyone
Yes, dear, continue.
Yes, means
Yes, continue. You're doing very well.
help anyone, but help anyone. So,
Yes, dear. Don't be nervous. Relax. You're saying it very well. Relax yourself. Okay, dear, will you continue? Mentor teacher, if you're present here, will she continue or should we go for the next participant?
so he rushed to him and helped him stand up. He said to the boy, "Looks like you have fractured your hand. Sit behind me and I will ride you to the hospital." Later that evening, the boy's parents visited John and thanked him. "You are a very kind boy. God will always bless you." After they had left, John's father said, "See the blessing you received by being and kind," and John understood the importance of being and kind. Share always. Sharing is the best moral value. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear, for narrating such a lovely story. Now I would request the next participant, that is code 34, to unmute and narrate the story.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. May I know the name of the participant just before this? The one who was narrating, who forgot the story?
Sure, ma'am.
I can see her.
Shreyanshi.
Code Shreyanshi. Shreyanshi, are you hearing? I just want to tell you, you are excellent. You are too good. You were so sweet. And please, you can send your complete story. You can narrate it again and send it to me. Your teachers can send it to me. I loved your story. I would love to listen to you. You are too good. Okay? Even I forget. When I say even I forget, it doesn't matter. Thank you. Love you. Let's continue.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I will request the next participant, that is code 34, to narrate the story.
A very good afternoon, most regarded judges and worthy members. I'm extremely contented to introduce myself. My name is Utpala Jena. I study in class 2. I feel grateful for having this rare opportunity to present my original story on special eve of Children's Day. There is a famous saying, stories are life and life is precious in the world so dark. Now in darker time, let's cherish light by telling stories. The title of my story is born to fly. Once lived a boy named Ajad. He was born on 15 August, so the name came into being. His father was a great businessman and he wanted Ajad to carry on his legacy. However, Ajad was little dull at studies, especially maths, but he could listen intently the stories and poems in the classes. Years went by, but his math grades were going down incessantly. Yet by that time, he had published 20 stories and 5 poems. This bothered his father. He wondered if he could not score good in math, how could he handle his business empire? So he got his son into so many math tuitions. In his final exam, he barely passed in math but failed in other subjects. The principal called his father and showed every stories and poems of Ajad. That day, father realized his fault. It dawned to him that Ajad may not be good in math, but he is creatively far superior. That's when it hit him hard that he was trying to catch a bird who is born to fly. Many years later, he became one of the greatest writers of the current generation. Now he is known as Ajad Storywala. Thus, the story shows every child is born creative. Thank you. Have a grateful day ahead.
Thank you so much, dear. You're absolutely correct to say that we should not look down to people. Every child is actually born creative. We can see it here. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 35, to unmute and narrate the story.
Ma'am, am I audible? Am I audible?
No, dear, your voice is very low.
Ma'am, now audible?
Yes, now you're audible.
Stories come from history. Stories lead us to mystery. Stories provide encouragement. Stories get us entertainment. Good morning, everybody. I'm Anshumanwar, a student of Standard 2. Now I'm going to narrate a beautiful story. Hey, do you know my friend Mohan? His village Sonpur is very beautiful. Let's read Sonpur with Mohan. This year, during Puja vacation, Mohan visited to his grandparents' village. He enjoyed a lot there. After a day long of life and laughter, at night, Mohan heard his uncle telling to his mother, "Oh, Neeta, do you know that every night both mom and dad facing a problem due to ceiling fan? Because father needs fan, whereas due to cold and cough, mother doesn't. So both of them always sacrifice and adjust without them. I'm much tensed about it." After this, Mohan's mother and uncle started thinking for a solution, but they did not reach to a conclusion. Suddenly, Mohan told, "I have a great idea for this problem." But both of them strongly objected and told, "You are too small to solve this problem. Adults can only solve it." With a heavy heart, Mohan went to his room. Mohan felt very, very sad, really very, very sad. Next day, Mohan heard his uncle and mother discussing on the same topic. This time he was sworn with his son, went straight to them and told, "Mama, uncle, please listen to me. I have a solution for this problem. Please, please listen to it, listen to it." The mother objected. However, the uncle agreed to listen Mohan. Mohan told, "Look, if ceiling fan is the problem, then we can simply replace it with a table fan and keep it on grandpa's side. Then both of them get off what they want." After this, Mohan's mother and uncle was very astonished to listen to this idea and appreciated Mohan for his presence of mind. Yay! Now Mohan was very happy and danced with joy. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. If we try, then you can do it. Of this there is no debate. The moment you try to be creative is the moment you create. The moral of the story is children are naturally creative. It's the job of the society to give them full freedom, materials, and space to let them creativity blossoms to its full potential. Thank you. Have a creative day ahead.
Thank you so much. It was a lovely way of narration. We all enjoyed watching you. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 36, to unmute and narrate the story. Exact minute.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, dear, you're audible. You can start now.
Ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I'm Mugan Vivan from Standard 2, and I welcome all of you to the virtual platform. Today, I'm going to tell all of you a beautiful story. So here I go. Creativity is about using your imagination to create something new in the world. We all are born creative, but creativity is a skill that can be developed and mastered. So now coming to my story, the title of my story is The Child Inventor. So I will tell you a story of a very young inventor whose invention changed the whole world and benefited many underprivileged people. So the hero of my story is a child of a very poor family. At the age of 3, while helping his father in his shop, he met an accident. His eyes got injured. Later, his eyes got severely infected and he lost his vision completely. He became blind. But the child had an immense desire to read and write like the other children. He had a great desire to learn new things. For years, he struggled to trace his finger over the raised letters and he had a lot of difficulty with it. When he was 12 years old, he learned the method of silent communication and then he simplified that process. And suddenly, he was able to read a whole lot easier. He first presented his work to the whole world in the year 1824. Today, his invention, that is the tactile reading and writing system, is used for the blind community worldwide. Now, can you guess what is this system is and who the inventor was? Yes, the creation was Braille language and the inventor or creator was Louis Braille. With his invention, the visually impaired regained their ability to read, making it easier for them to communicate and learn. His story has really inspired me. I got inspired and I do assure it's wrong to be judgmental regarding the potential of any child. Only because he is physically impaired, born differently abled, academically poor, or he hailed from a poor background. So friends, the moral of the story is every child is unique and creative, and the spark and only the spark needs to be realized, encouraged, and motivated. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story and an inspiring story too. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 37, to unmute and narrate the story.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, respected judges, and my dear friends. I'm Ashita Pandey of Class 2. Today, I'm going to narrate the story of creativity and courage of a little boy. The title of my story is Nothing is Impossible. Many years ago, there lived a boy boy named Sachin. At the age of 11 even, he was amazing in playing judo. But alas, he lost his left arm in a terrible accident. Despite his weakness, he wanted to continue doing judo as he loved it very much. His lost arm was a hindrance in the fulfillment of his goal. So he thought to prepare a false hand for him as a support. During those days, no such facility was available to prepare a false hand. He thought a lot and put a lot of effort to prepare a false hand by using wood and cloth. After many trials, he succeeded in preparing it. He took training under a master to be more thorough and participated in the national tournament. His zeal to reach his goal made him win all the tournaments and reach to the final. However, it was quite tough to win. During the match, the opponent made a fatal attack on his weak hand to win the game. Sachin could predict that earlier, so he immediately used his false hand to bear the attack. It saved him from pain due to the strike. Without wasting any time, he counter-attacked the opponent, who was surprised and lost the game. Thus, Sachin won the match and declared champion. So the moral of the story is, every child is born creative, and if courage is added to this creativity, nothing will be invincible for a person. Thank you and have a joyful day ahead.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you for narrating such a wonderful story. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 38, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning, everyone. Respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I, Shivali Rao, a student of class 2, is going to narrate a story on the topic, the YouTube boy. There was a boy named Rahul who was always busy watching YouTube videos, and this used to make his mother worry. He used to watch videos and used to dissect his toys to create something out of those. All day long, he would be busy doing something weird with his toys. One day, he came to his home from school and said his mother that he had a science craft competition and he wants to participate in it. His mother was happy to hear that, as he never used to show any interest in any of other competitions conducted in the school. Rahul took the help of his science teacher and created a very interesting project for the competition. On the day of competition, many people and even the judges appreciated his work. He secured second position and his mother was really happy. She went to show her gratitude to Rahul's science teacher and was surprised to hear that the idea of the project was actually of Rahul, and the teacher just guided for certain things to make it proper and better. Hearing this, Rahul's mother asked him how did he get the idea of the project, to which Rahul replied, "Mama, the videos I see in YouTube helped me to get this idea." Hearing this, the teacher said to his mother, "Ma'am, sometimes the things which we think is being misused by kids, or they are being distracted by the mobile or TV, can actually be helpful if we give them the proper direction to follow." So that was the end of the story. And from this story, we can say we have learned that every child is born creative. We just need to give them the direction to follow their creativity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story, and I hope everybody must have enjoyed it. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 39, to unmute and narrate the story.
Namaskar, I am Vibhudat Bidhat, studying in Standard 2. Today I will narrate a beautiful story titled The Clever Little Girl. Once upon a time, there was a king who always thought that there is no one as intelligent as his son in his kingdom. So the king always proudly said, "Ha ha ha! All of you see, this is my son, and he's the most intelligent kid in our kingdom." One day, while on a tour as a layman, he heard some people talking. Oh, our king just doesn't know that. In his kingdom, there are so many creative children who are so deprived of proper facility. The king then announced to call 4 intelligent children of his kingdom, including his son. He gifted all of them a goat and told, "You all have to bring back these goats on the ordered day, and they should display total distaste for food." He announced that, "I will declare that child as the most intelligent child in my kingdom, and I will reward with a chance to serve the kingdom when they grow up." The prince said that, "I will feed my goat with plenty of soft green leaves till its stomach is full, so that my goat would refuse to eat further." Other children thought of the same. After 20 days, the king ordered to present all the goats for inspection. He found that all the goats started eating leaves as soon as the leaves were placed before them. But one goat was only looking at the stick held by the little girl. The king was astonished and asked that little girl, "Dear, it's surprising. How have you done this?" The little girl replied, "Your Majesty, I have made it practice to control the mind of goat with hard training. I had kept a dummy goat along with this goat. Normally I feed my goat with leaves, but when I show a stick and start beating the dummy goat, tie, this goat gets scared and stops eating. I continued this every day, and now my goat stops eating when I have a stick in my hand." The king was very delighted with the answer and declared that girl as the most intelligent girl of his kingdom and rewarded her. With this, I conclude that every child is born creative. What they need is an opportunity and encouragement to think out of the box to bloom. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much, dear. It was an amazing story and beautifully narrated. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 40, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning to one and all present over here. I, Shani Majumdar of class 2nd. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you all to narrate a beautiful story. The title of the story is Raghu the Creator. Every child is gifted. They just unwrap their packages at different times. Raghu belongs to a poor family. His parents really struggling to manage the family. They were very hardworking, honest, and self-disciplined. His parents are not that much educated to guide him, so he studies himself. His mother used to do domestic helps in other homes. While returning from works, many times Raghu has seen his mother with dust, and cobwebs sticking to her clothes. He was feeling very sad and different ideas clicked to his mind. It was just before the day of Diwali, like every children. Raghu was excited to celebrate Diwali with his parents, but his mother was late. After some time, she is returning home and says she is sweeping, mopping, and cleaning utensils. When she has to cleaning fans and dusting walls, the dust and dirt are falling on her clothes. Then after bathing, she is joining with her small happy family to decorating their sweet mud house. Raghu starts thinking for her mother. He has to do something that the dust and dirt are not fall on her mother. This thought was striking again and again, and one idea clicks to his mind and ran to find his broken umbrella. He invented that umbrella, tied one broomstick in the middle, and started dusting. He succeeded, and no dust were falling on him. When his mother used that, everyone appreciated. Raghu also won the same project in school annual exhibition and got first prize. Creativity for a child means to create something from their personal feelings and experiences. So, friends, the moral of the story is every child is born creative. But a challenge is to keep that the creativity alive. Due to the lack of nurturing, this creation gets hidden. So, my request to all the teachers and parents, please identify the creativity and nurture it so that it will blossom and spread its fragrance. This is the project. And this is Raghu's house. This is Raghu's house, and this is Raghu's friend's house, and this is the village. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story. And I think your request is being taken by everyone because we are trying our best to nurture and polish the creativity of all our kids. And I can see the results are here. Now, I would request the next participant, that is code 41, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I am going to tell a story about a small child like me, titled Out of the Box. Once there was a child just like me whose name was Amar. Amar was sitting very upset. His granny asked, "Mommy dear, why are you so upset?" He told, "Granny, I am in trouble and definitely going to be punished tomorrow." Calm down, said Granny. "Tell me clearly what is the matter, dear?" Amar told, "Actually, I was given a project to draw a scenery. Now my green color is finished. How will I complete my project without green color? Papa and Mama are also not at home." Granny told, "Don't get upset, dear. When there is a problem, try to solve the problem by thinking out of the box." Amar was puzzled. He asked, "But how, Granny?" "Let me tell you a story," Granny told. Once there was a poor farmer who had taken loan from a rich, cruel businessman. After some days, the businessman told the farmer, "Either you repay a loan or give me your land." The farmer begged the businessman to give him some time, but the evil businessman had other intention. He told him, "Okay, I will not ask for money, but you have to play a game." He told, "In my garden, there are many red and black pebbles. I shall keep one red pebble and one black pebble inside a bag. If you pick up the red pebble without looking into the bag, I will forgive you. But if you pick up the black pebble, you will give your land to me." The farmer couldn't decide what to do. His son asked him to accept the offer. Then the businessman had kept two pebbles inside the bag. But the smart son could see that the evil businessman had already kept two black pebbles inside a bag. The boy did not say anything. He put his hand inside a bag to count the pebbles. But before showing it, he dropped into the ground. Now, the pebbles are lost among his many pebbles that were there. He picked up the red pebble from the ground and showed the businessman. Now, the businessman could not say anything. If the businessman told the truth that the two pebbles were black, everyone called him a cheat. So he had to forgive his love.
You see, Yummy, how the boy is using his creativity to solve the problem. Amma thought for a while and his face lit up. He shouted, "Hooray! I got an idea. I will mix blue and yellow color, so have green color to complete my scenery." He gave a big hug to his granny. So, friends, we learn from this story that every child is born creative. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you for narrating a lovely story. Now I would request the next participant, that is code 42, to unmute and narrate the story.
Ma'am, am I audible and visible?
Yes, dear, you're audible and I can see your fan. If you can just adjust the camera. Yes, you're visible now.
Okay,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.
Okay. Creative thinking inspire ideas, ideas inspire change. Good afternoon, everyone present over here. Today, Ayadvik Pankaj's class 2 is going to share a story with you all named Density Tower. Once, there was a boy named Dagi. He was an introvert. He didn't talk much to anyone, nor he shared his ideas with others. He always thought that he's not good at anything. His ideas are wrong. No one will accept it. One day, in the assembly, there was an announcement for science exhibition. From each class, some students would be there. The students of his class were not interested in it, so they gave Abhi's name, as he never presented his ideas and thought he had to accept it. But after accepting it, he didn't know what to make. He remembered that he had learned about density in science. So he used different liquids of different densities to make a density tower. On the exhibition day, he showed his density tower to all. He thought everyone would say, "It's not good." So he was not so involved in it. But to his surprise, everyone was impressed and praised him. After that, he realized that he needs to keep faith in himself and present his ideas and thoughts, no matter he's right or wrong. From then on, he started interacting with others and expressing himself. From this, we get every child is born to be creative. We just need to believe in ourselves and express ourselves. Now I would conclude by saying these lines. Creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what no one else has ever thought. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear, for narrating a lovely story. Now,
Thank
I will
you.
request the next participant, that is code 43, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good afternoon. My name is Sarandara. I am in class 2. My story is The Capsular and Monkey. 1. There was a capsular in a town. On one fine day, after he made a pistol of cat, he became very tired. He decided to sit and take rest under the big tree. Soon he slept. There was many monkeys on the big tree. The monkeys came down the tree, took the cap, and climbed the tree again. When the capsular wakes up, he saw the monkeys all in the cap. The capsular sap, the capsular collected all the sap and went away happily.
I guess there is some network issue from their side. Are you there, code 43? Code 43, are you there? Sharandhar, are you there, dear? Is the mentor there? Can you please check with the kid if there is any network problem or something? Should we wait? Mentor teacher of code 43, can you please reply to us? I would request the mentor teacher to kindly inform us whether the child will continue or not. We are requesting for the unmute option, but they aren't unmuting. Judges, should we proceed with the next participant or should we wait?
Yeah, we can proceed with the next participant, and once we are done, then we can ask, we can call name one.
Moral of the story, wisdom is better than weapons of war. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, dear. Now I would request the next participant, that is the last participant for this competition, code 44, to unmute and narrate the story.
Good afternoon, teachers and judges. I am Orijit of class 2. Today, I am going to tell a story. And my story name is Every Child is Born Creative. What make one different, make one beautiful. My story will be highlighting that only. There were two twin sisters, Arusi and Ahana. Even though they had not even same fingerprints, their parents on their birth told Arusi and Ahana are going to be doctors. Gradually, they grow with a pass of time. But like God had a unimaginable planning for both of them. Oh, you might be thinking what's that? Arusi had love with nature and natural process. But rather than her parents pushed her for being a doctor. Arusi was always told to be a doctor when she scored good marks. She appreciated by others than she appreciated herself. Ahana developed different love towards music, but her parents and relatives had different notions. They thought respectable professions are only doctors, though they denied. Only uncle of Ahana understood her dedication towards music. Their parents scolded Ahana if she sick with her musical instrument and did not provide things for music. She cried a lot. God came on her dream and told, "Dear Ladly, you were born for music. You continue your dedication. I am blessing you." Though their parents annoyed, but she never left her dedication towards music. On God's grace, her uncle took her to Bangalore. There, she got a good teacher who changed her life. She became efficient. She won Saragamapa and lot of concerts and became world famous. Well, since Arusi had less interest to become a doctor, she struggled to become a doctor. She gradually deteriorated her performance, though she was good in academics. Then the parents realized every kid is unique, every kid is special, every kid is beautiful, and we also get a very good moral. Like some plants grow indoor, some grow outdoor, some need less attention and more freedom. Some are fuzzy, some need extra care. Different plants need different care, and every child is unique. No kids are unsmart. Every kid are genius at something. Our job is to find it and then encourage him. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, dear. It was a lovely story narrated. But with this, we come to the end of the competition. But before we end it, I would like to request the mentor teacher of Code 7 to inform us whether the the participant is going to narrate the story or not.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually very sorry. The child is suffering from high fever. So the child could not participate. Extremely sorry.
Not an issue, ma'am. Thank you so much for informing us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you to all the budding storytellers for giving your best and making this competition entertaining and interesting for all of us. I'm sure everyone must have enjoyed listening to the new stories that our little geniuses have made. Winning and losing are part of competitions, but taking part and giving your best is what makes a person learn and grow. So whosoever wins won't make others the loser, but the learners to take back some learning to improve and better themselves in future. Now, I would request our judges to narrate a small story to entertain and help learn the way to narrate the story for our little storytellers here. Madam Jhanja, please unmute yourself and narrate a story for these little storytellers here.
Thank you so much. I'm really amazed with all these storytellers over here. I see many little Jhanjas, budding Jhanjas, and many budding Saraswatis over here. And it's just a matter of time that they need to grow up. And many would just surpass us because I saw such wonderful talent in all of them. And it was really very difficult for me, whatever I had thought that I'd be narrating the story, but I had to completely think, no, this story isn't for this occasion. And seeing all these students over here, some forgot the story in between, some fumbled, some mentioned the school name, some exceeded the time. And I just thought that it's very important that to encourage these children and just make them happy, just make them feel happy. I should be narrating a very small story. And to be very honest, there's no fixed way how to narrate a story. You just have to enjoy the story while telling. That's the most important thing, because every storyteller has got his her own style, and there's no fixed rule. Like every movie is different, every storyteller is different, and as the storyteller narrates a story, it's like a movie unfolding in front of you. So here I go. Children, I would love to see all of you on camera. Even though you are on mute, I would love to see all your faces so that I can see whether you are smiling or not, because you all have done a wonderful job. Wonderful job. First, I would like to give a huge round of applause for all the participants over here and all the teachers, parents, those who have put in so much of effort. Are you all ready to listen to a very small story? So here we go. This is a very old folk tale from China. I've all told this many a times, but I selected this story right now so that you people will smile a little. So there was a very small dragon. A baby dragon was born in a family of very big, illustrious, very famous dragon family. And they named the baby dragon as Chungu. And all were so happy. And Chungu was very beautiful. As usual, then Chungu grew up. All the dragons, they could just go on top of the hill and stand every day and practice and just breathe out fire from their mouth. But as Chungu grew up, he realized that whenever he tried to breathe out, there was no fire. And Chungu was so worried. And his brothers and sisters, cousins, everybody, they used to say, oh, come on, Chungu, you can do it. But just wait for some time. You never know. As you grow up, you'll start breathing out fire. But Chungu was very sad because he knew that as dragons, it is the most important thing that dragons should be breathing out fire. So he was very sad. And one night he decided that, no, I'm going to search. What is the reason I can't breathe fire? So he left his home in the darkness and he went on, walked and walked and walked. He was very sad. And gradually he never realized that he was entering a deep forest. And he went on walking. Slowly and slowly, he started feeling very hungry. And then as a small child, whom do you remember when you are hungry? Mama? So Chungu also started remembering his mama and started crying, Mama, where are you, Mama? But there was no way out. It was completely dark. Chungu didn't know where he had arrived. But far at a distance, he could see a hut with some lights glowing inside it. So he rushed there. As he went there and he started knocking the door. Tuck, 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 tuck. And slowly the door opened, the creepy door. And there was a lady standing there who was dressed completely in black with long nails, with a black hat and everything black. But she had a very bright smile and she smiled and said, oh, my dear, oh, little dragon, what are you doing at this time in the night over here in this deep forest? Chungu said, oh, I don't know. I'm very hungry. I've left my home. I don't know where to go. Please help me. Please help me. And seeing this, the witch called Chungu inside and comforted him, gave him food to eat and some water to drink, and then said, okay, now tell me, why did you leave your home? Then Chungu really didn't know whether to share or not, but still he shared. And he said, I'm a dragon, but I can't, breathe out fire. All my brothers and sisters, my father, my mother, my cousins, everybody can breathe out fire, excepting me. And I don't want to be left out. I don't want to be a disgrace in the name of our family. So please help me. Can I breathe out fire? And the witch smiled and he said, oh, you have just come to the right place. Perfect place. I'll help you. Come, let's go somewhere. And the witch took Chungu to a place, a big room, where there was a stove in the center with a big pot of water boiling on it. And the witch went and there were racks behind her, all full of jars. Some were full of tortoise, some were full of snakes, some were full of lizards, some were full of cockroaches. Seeing that, Chungu itself started feeling very scary and said, my God, what are these? And now the witch took out one jar of cockroaches and she said, Jumbalika, dsh, Jumbalika, dsh, and she started putting it in the pot of water. And then she started stirring it. And then she made something and took out in a glass and said, come on, Chungu, drink it. This is going to help you and you can breathe out fire, I'm sure. And she gave it to Chungu. It was very yucky though, but Chungu had no other way out. So Chungu drank it. And then after some time, he could feel something very hot. He started feeling very hot and he could not control himself. And he said, and you know what came out? Fishes. Then Chungu said, what is this? I don't want to breathe out fishes. I just want to breathe out fire. The witch was very upset and she said, okay, maybe some formula went wrong. I can help you. And in this way, the witch went on making different potions and giving Chungu to drink. Finally, the witch said, okay, Chungu, this is the final potion that I'm going to make. And this is surely going to help you to breathe out fire. And she started putting some lizards, some cockroaches, some snakes, some earthworms, everything together. And she went on stirring it. Jumbalika, 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 Jum, Jum. And then poured it into a glass and gave it to Chungu to drink. And Chungu drank it. Mummy, it's so yucky. Okay, fine. And you know what happened? He said, this time I'm sure I can breathe fire because I'm feeling very hot. Come on, I think I can breathe fire. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And you know what did he breathe out? Beautiful, fragrant flowers of beautiful colors and beautiful shapes. And now Chungu again cried, I don't want flowers, I wanted fire. And the witch said, my dear child, now see, these flowers are so beautiful. And the fragrance that they are giving out is so sweet. So let's do one thing. Let's make a shop of magical flowers. And in the jungle, they started a shop having magical flowers. Every day, Chungu used to breathe out magical flowers and they made beautiful bouquets and sold it. And one day, Chungu's parents got the news that a small dragon was breathing out flowers. So they came to see. And when they saw it is there, Chungu. They said, my God, Chungu, you are here. I was searching for you. And then Chungu was so emotional when he saw his family. He said, I'm so sorry. I missed all of you. I didn't want to leave you, but what to do? I'm not a proper dragon. To this, Mama and Papa Chungu said, my dear child, it's very important that you have to be unique. You are unique in your own way. Everybody doesn't need to breathe fire. You are breathing out such beautiful flowers, which is spreading so much of happiness in this world. Fire can be dangerous at times, but flowers can never be. And so the whole family was united. I had to rush the story, children, because you have very less time. So I hope you understood that it's not at all important that each one of you has to be a storyteller, or someone has a good pronunciation, someone has got a good moral of the story, everything. And I just leave the story on you people to understand what I wanted to convey. And it's for the parents and the teachers to understand that what is really important. A child just crossing the time limit, or the child forgetting to mention her school name, or the child just forgetting to show the placard. It's not at all important. Just enjoy telling the story and just enjoy what you are. And surely you are going to reach success. That's all. So children, do you have anything to ask me?
And me
Thank you
to
so much.
interfere here, madam. Thank you very, very much for such a beautiful story that narrated by you. Every child is unique. Every child is a gem. So
you,
naturally, madam, it's we are very lucky to have you with us. And now I must request Bunny to read out your biodata.
Okay, that's a formality, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We have to maintain it.
Sure.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a lovely and wonderful story you have narrated for the kids as well as the teachers. We have a lot of things to learn from you. Now, I would like to introduce you all or say a few lines about Madam Jhanja. Madam Jhanja, with over 15 years of experience in early childhood learning and extensive experience in curriculum development and training. She has hands-on experience on counseling both teachers and students. Having been an alumni of DAV Public School, Bhubaneswar, she's completed her BSc degree from OUAT, Odisha in 1993. She has masters in zoology with specialization in environmental science, Utkal University, Odisha. In 1995, she has also an MBA. She has had certification on phonetics along with certification course from Asian School of Education, Singapore, for early childhood experience. She is also a certified storyteller from Kathalaya, Bengaluru. Besides teaching and counseling, she has had her experiences from working for varied sectors of the social framework. She has not only managed international school projects, but has worked in social sector projects dealing with reproductive health and hygiene, sanitization, and family planning projects under DFID. She has worked on many projects in setting up sustainable bio toilet projects in slums under Rotary Global projects. She has also worked on rehabilitation projects for tribals in interior districts of Odisha. With abilities to multitask and manage multiple projects at a time, she is also an experienced storyteller for basically all age groups ranging from children to corporate level. She has worked as a research associate in AIMS Research, Bhubaneswar from 1995 to 1997, where she has handled in-depth analysis process of both quantitative and qualitative data for DFID projects.
Sorry to go. Mani ma'am, I'm so sorry. I think what's relevant for the children, I think they must have understood. I think that was a very long biodata which I had sent and you could have captured. So I'm very sorry to interrupt, but basically I would like to say that I love children. I worked for children for so many years. That's why I left everything, though I'm a trained pilot. Even I worked for social research organization. I have a NGO of my own, a charitable trust of my own, which believes in working at the grassroots level. So that's it. I think all the teachers over here and the parents listening and the children over here. Children, I just want to tell you that I have experimented with so many fields in my life, but finally settled as a storyteller right now. So you have a lot of time with you, and as parents and as teachers, we just need to allow the children to take out their creativity and explore their creativity. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you,
much,
Janja madam. Thank you very, very much. This was for the parents and the teachers.
Now I would request Sashwati ma'am to narrate a story for the small kids here. But before that, I would like to say a few lines give brief introduction about Sashwati ma'am here. Sashwati Nanda Satpathy ma'am is an early literacy specialist and a certified storyteller with an aim to increase the happiness quotient of children by passionate and powerful performance storytelling. She has rich experience of 18 years in the field of teaching and training. She is an international synthetic phonics trainer and is associated with over 130 schools of national and international repute across the length and breadth of the country. She strongly believes that reading is not optional but fundamental, and in today's scenario, reading has to be taught. But before children read, stories should be narrated to them for enhancing their creativity, imagination, and vocabulary. Stories help children learn important life skills like empathy, kindness, gratitude, patience, perseverance, and many more. She strongly believes that stories heal and shape persona of children. Sashwati ma'am is a master's in computer applications from Odisha University of Technology. She has been a gold medalist both at her graduation and post-graduation level. Having successfully completed a comprehensive and prestigious course of synthetic phonics, she is also an internationally certified the trainer's professional from UK and is passionate to develop confident speakers and readers from kindergarten level to public speakers. She is the CEO and Chief Trainer of Sai Kids Phonics. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request her to narrate a story for all of us here and motivate the students with their tips and help them be a better storyteller.
Thank you so much, Vani ma'am. I'm running short of tips for children. I really cannot believe that, children of grade 1 and 2, such long stories, 3 minutes, remembering so many things, removing their props, showing their props. Because, when I narrate stories, my props keep falling here and there, and I keep looking for them. And there are so many times, believe me, when I forget and I go blank. And when you're performing in front of such an audience, it's a kudos to all you little ones. So for us, you are all winners, definitely. And for all the parents and the mentors here, this evening, let us encourage our children, congratulate them for putting in so much effort, because we as storytellers know how difficult it is to, to narrate a story, plan a story, and do the needful. So here I go. Choti choti machliyan, pani mein jaise titliyan, kabhi yahan, kabhi wahan, chali jaye, na jaane kahan, are hum kabhi sang le jao na. So you all are like teeny tiny butterflies, and you can go anywhere you want to go. You can fly high. So as adults, do take us with you. So this story that I have for you is a very small one. It's a very short story, and it's about a little girl whose name is Munni. Actually, Munni is my nickname. And her ma lovingly calls her Munnu. So her ma's birthday was approaching. So just like all of you, she also started thinking. She was just in grade 1. So she started thinking, what should I gift Mama on her birthday? What should I gift Mama on her birthday? Mama is so special. She takes so much care of me. She takes care of the house. She also goes to office. She works so hard from morning to evening and from evening to night. I have to give Mama something very special. And Munni lived with her grandparents, her JJ and Jejma. So she went to her JJ, Mama's birthday is right on this Sunday. What should I give her? JJ said, take, I'm giving you some money. You go with your papa and get her a dress for her. But JJ, Mama has so many dresses. She has so many dresses. She has so many beautiful saris, just like my teachers in school. No. There is no space in the cupboard, because just yesterday I opened the cupboard. All the clothes fell down. No, Mama does not need clothes. Her Jejma called her. Hey, Munkuri, Munnu, soon. So Munnu ran to the kitchen. And then her Jejma told her, you buy for Mama one lipstick. Lipstick? Mama's lips are already pink. No. She does not want any lipstick. Mama does not want any lipstick. What should I give her? What should I give her? And then she went to home. Her papa. Papa said, hey, don't worry. We'll just go to Esplanade and buy. We'll buy a purse for her. She can take it to office. Papa, but Mama has so many purses. And she doesn't use so many. Some of them are peeling. The chilka is coming out. No, she does not need purses. What should I give her? What should I give her? And Munnu thought and she thought and she thought. An idea struck to her. Do you think she made a card for Mama? Of course, she's already made it. But she wanted to give her a gift. But she didn't go near the piggy bank. She ran to Chingu's garden. Yes, Jhanja ma'am. Do you remember? Just 2 minutes ago, we heard that story. She ran to Chingu's garden, which was full of fragrant flowers. And she started plucking some flowers. Yellow flower. Yes, Mama loves the color yellow. She looks so pretty in yellow. And then, this green flower also looks so good. And then she went to her neighbor's house. Rekhanti, can I just take 3 flowers from your garden? Of course, why not? And doing orange, red. Yes, Mama also likes the color red. And then she found 2 more special flowers, a beautiful tulip and also a purple flower. I have to be careful with this flower. And the blue. So Munnu had so many beautiful flowers for Mama. But then, she thought, how will I tie these flowers? How will I tie these flowers? How? She quickly got an empty bottle. Yes, the one from which she just had milk. Omfed Omfed Cool. Yes, that bottle. And quickly she painted. Oh, wow. she quickly had a beautiful vase. Oh, that was nice. And blue flower, and then an orange flower, and a red flower. Quickly she had to put it for her Mama. And when the very next day Mama woke up in the morning, Munnu went and said, happy birthday to someone whom I truly love, who means the world to me. And believe me, Mama loved those flowers. She gave Munnu a big hug and she said, my true flowers are you, because you're full of love for everybody. Since then, Munnu has been doing this. And today Munnu is 12. So what she does on her Mama's birthday is she quickly plucks flowers, ties them and gives it. And today, what I did was I quickly made these flowers for you while I was listening to your stories, because I thought creativity is all what you do from your heart. Creativity is what comes to your mind. Creativity is you being unique in your special way. So this is a little story of Munnu, who quickly had an idea to gather something and gift it to her Mama. Thank you. I hope you like this colorful story. Banhi ma'am, I'm done with my story.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for narrating such a wonderful story. I'm sure it has not just entertained our little kids, but also will help our participants as well as all of us to be more confident while narrating the stories. Both of you, ma'am, you both have helped us to nurture and polish our way of narrating the story, not only the kids. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, dear participants, along with the mentor teachers, please be with us for 5 more minutes. We are calculating the result. We will be announcing it in few minutes. By the time, if anybody wants to ask anything to both the judges, they can ask.
Good afternoon, dear teachers and students. This 5 minutes will be interactive session for everybody. And it is so beautifully the story narrated by both the judges. I'm so overwhelmed that at least I'm happy for my teachers. What will be their takeaways? And thank you very much for 5 to 10 minutes. If suppose we will be taking to declare the result, I would love to request the teachers, the faculty members of DAV Zone 1, you may put some questions to our judges, both the judges, and raise your hand and you will be unmuted and put your question. Even if the students are so small, because of that, I just want to interfere the teachers. So that they're too small to put the question, it will be difficult for them. I think so. The first option, first chance will be given to the kids. If anyone is interested to ask any question to both the judges, they're so pretty, they're so beautifully narrated the story that still I can see. I must not forget to tell them belated Children's Day, because I could see the child within you, though it exists within each and every person. But what I saw now, I'm so overwhelmed. I learned a lot from you both and from my kids. Yes. Anyone, please raise your hand and ask question. Yeah, very good. Number 15. Now, please unmute her.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I want to ask Janja ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Now I'm on the hot seat. Yes. Ask.
Ma'am, what do you think so that you can imagine story, beautiful story.
Okay. So you want to ask me that what I think that will help you to imagine beautiful stories?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So first, let me tell you, since I was a child, I'm of your age maybe. So what I used to do was observe everybody at my home. I had that fascination that how my mom cooks, how the relatives, when they come, how they talk, or how my mom reacts to what they say, everything around you, everything around you. So what happens is when you start absorbing, to be a good storyteller, you first need to observe everything, be it in your classroom also. You know, my friends, they feel so happy whenever we sit down now, after so many years, I tell them, you know, you remember when we were in class 6, you used to do this. And then the incident I narrate. So they all feel so happy about it that I can narrate the incidents which had happened. You know how old I am? I'm going to be 50. So when I was of your age, that means 40 years back, 40, 50 years back, 45 years back, what had happened, I remember. So it's very important that you need to be a good observer. Okay. Then imagination, it's up to you. You know, it's just the whole world is in front of you and you can imagine anything that you want, anything and everything that you want. But first, be a good observer. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, children. So
Number
first
38 is raising the hand. Number 38.
Good morning, Saraswati ma'am. Good afternoon, Saraswati ma'am. I just wanted to ask you that we are so small. How can we change the voice and tell the story?
Can I know your name, please?
Shivali Rao.
Hey, Shivali, you are small, but have you noticed that whenever you speak to mama and you say, Mama, today I saw a dog and the dog was, you know what? It was barking, woo, 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 and it ran after me. So see, what did you do? You created that voice, isn't it? When Papa comes back from home and Mama says, who's there? Mama, Papa is there. And today he's looking very tired. So don't you imitate Papa's voice? Yes or no?
Yes,
So when you come back home, and what do you tell your mama?
So
Today, Hindi ma'am has given us too much homework. She has asked us to write moti wali copy mein likhna. So see, Shivali, exactly like what Janja ma'am said, it all starts with observation. How the wind blows. Whoosh. See, I didn't create it. When it was raining and when you were standing near the window, you heard it. Yes or no? When the wind buzzes into your house, you heard it. So when you see a cat, what does it do? So have you seen cats? What they do? They always want to look beautiful or handsome. So they keep, pruning and grooming themselves. So it all starts with observation. Now see, if I have to be a demon, I can't be a demon like this. No, Shivali, give me a chocolate. Hey, Shivali, give me a chocolate. Hey. So see, when you are a demon, automatically, see, when your mama gets angry, hey, Shivali, come here. Her eyes become big, her hand. So I didn't act. This is all what your mama does, your teacher does, or your grandma does. So it's all about observation. So because you are teeny tiny, you can do anything. Because see, I will feel awkward to maybe do, but you are so small, you can just do anything that you want to do. And there is nothing right and nothing wrong. Do you know why? Because even a demon can say, hey, Shivali, give me a chocolate, Shivali, please, Shivali, give na. Because a demon means asura, huh? It always need not be ferocious. It can also be soft and kind-hearted. So it all depends on your story. But there's another thing. There are times when I cannot make different voices. There are times. Because see, I can't always be like the elephant, because there's a strain also on the throat. So just that you will speak differently. Now, suppose the lion will speak, hello, everybody. Can you all come here? The elephant can say, yes, we're all coming, we're all coming, we're all coming. So just a little twist in the pace. Someone will say a little softly. So just that change in the style can also bring that modulation. Shivali, have I been able to clear your...
Thank you, ma'am.
Most.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
34, no, 34 is asking something. Code number 34. They're too small and they're asking so nicely the questions. So putting question is an art also.
Yes, of course, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Can everybody narrate story, or it is God sent? Or it is God gifted?
I think Sasuti ma'am can answer you also about
To
this.
whom you are asking, beta? To whom you are asking?
It's an open house.
Okay.
So, yes, asking everything. So let me first give you my answer. As per me, everybody is a storyteller. Okay, just tell me that when you get back home, and then you want to tell your mama that what all happened in your classroom and how the teacher was angry, or maybe you had a good experience, or what your friend did. So how do you say? You give all your expressions and your voice, your intonations, your pitch, everything varies. That you never realize that you are telling a story. Okay? So each of us, nobody just speaks. Have you ever seen anybody better speaking like this? I have to go there. I don't like this. I like to eat. I am very hungry. Please give me some food. Do this, please. Yes, ma'am. Yes, mama. I had a good day in school. Have you seen anybody in this world? Only robos, I think, in movies and whatever I have seen. I've never seen a real robo, but I've seen in serials and movies that robos speak like this because they don't have any emotions. But we are human. We have emotions. We have feelings, and we express it. And hence, we all are storytellers. God has given everybody emotions. So everybody is a storyteller. Fine. You just have to hone the skills. Just brush it up. And if you are really interested to become a storyteller, you have just to practice it. That's all.
28. So nicely they're eager to ask question. Though we are killing your time, I think Janja madam and Saraswati madam, are you feeling comfortable?
No, absolutely. We are fine.
Yes, I think
The small kid
asking
is there to
questions
ask you
such
question,
as
and you can
and
see
the
both
brother
of them
and the
are
sister.
raising their hands. I don't know, from one school, I think they are.
And Namita ma'am, I think we should also really appreciate the fact that they have joined it around 10:30.
Yes.
So the fact that they have been, seated, they are listening, they are waiting, and imagine the 15th participant or the 20th, that also. So because when I have to perform, then I am stressed. So it is so difficult for such teeny tiny ones waiting. Indeed, this is commendable. There's no doubt about it.
I would just put the
and thanks to the parents and the mentors.
Culture.
Right.
I myself being from DV, I really proudly say that DV teaches a lot of discipline. From my childhood, I've seen this. It's like wherever we had to go, discipline was of utmost importance. I don't know.
Saraswati madam will be, I think I don't know whether she will agree or not. She will say that in the school time, everybody, each and every child is maintaining discipline. So it's DAV, no doubt. It's DAV because of that.
No, ma'am. I think every school does, but DAV is known for its discipline. There is no doubt about it. I'm sure,
Very good,
and it's not only with the students but also with the teachers. Because I personally feel that, and that's such an important attribute as children are growing. Because when we are disciplined, ma'am, there is so much patience that we learn.
Yes.
There are so many things that we respect also. So because discipline is doing something that which no one is doing, even if it is right, and rather if it's right, even if no one is doing, you have to do it. So I think that is discipline for sure.
Thank you.
Saraswati ma'am has seen both sides, means all the schools and all the teachers. She's handled all the teachers. And let me put it over here that I have been trained by Saraswati ma'am for my phonetics, and she's an excellent trainer. And I was so privileged to have learned phonetics from her. I didn't know what was phonetics. So
I have to add that Janja ma'am has been a great participant. I can't say student because I'm not a teacher, because trainer is someone who's at a level that's way lower than that of teachers, because teachers have patience, they have passion, they have a mission, and they have a vision. And it's very different from trainers. So I am only a trainer, but she is a hardcore teacher from her heart. And I have seen her, because my daughter has been may not be her direct student, but has been groomed. So I'm very grateful to her. And she's someone who's very sincere, very frank, truthful in her work. So I truly appreciate her. She knows that. I always tell her she's a woman
on behalf of DAV Parivar, DAV Zone 1, I appreciate both of you. Both of you, thank you very much for sparing a lot many time with my kids and with us. Another boy is interested, both the boy and girl, they're interested, both are raising their hands to ask you question. Of 28, please unmute. Code number 28.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I have a question.
Even your mama can ask.
What are the important points for storytelling.
So I'll just say a few, and I'm sure Janja ma'am has to add many more to it. So first, you have to enjoy. You have to enjoy narrating the story. You have to be one with the story. Means, suppose if I'm walking, then I'm really walking, but that does not mean that I will walk out from this. So when I'm walking, I'm feeling it. Suppose I'm smelling something. Can you imagine? Habisa dalma, bhatto, baigana bhaja, it being served. And for small children, maybe aloo bhatta and dudha bhatta. I don't know whether today's children eat dudha bhatta or not anymore. But you know, so when you're, so first is enjoying that story. The moment you enjoy, you will not bother about what others will say, whether you are being appreciated or not. Because, you know, often when we dance, we only want others to appreciate. When we sing, we want everybody to say, "Wow, wow, wow, very good, you are number one." But the moment you say, "I am dancing for myself," you'll see you'll dance so much better. I'm not a good singer, but I make it a point to sing in my stories. The whole idea is because I enjoy singing. So this is the first tip, that you have to enjoy whatever you're doing. Second is, I often forget what's there in my story. So I make a story map. Story map, I'll make it simply, one small chart. So where I started, next what will happen, and only those, you know, stick pictures. So if I'm going from the forest, I'm going, you know, I'm meeting 3 animals, then animal 1, suppose bear, tiger, lion, then I will just write down bear, tiger, lion, and then finally my back journey. Then I will not forget. Otherwise, you know, when you listen to 30 stories, believe me, if I would have been prepared today for, I don't know what, I would have said what. Because when you listen so much, you also forget. So just making that mapping. And the third thing is feeling the story. When you're tired, how do you feel tired? Are you feel, "Mama, I'm very tired today. I'm very tired." You don't feel tired like that when you're tired. "Mama, lembu sarbat. Oh, Mama." It is all natural. So storytelling is equal to natural feeling. Then enjoying the story, and the story belongs to all the listeners. So this is my, from the little experience that I have, this is my tip. But there is someone who's very calm and composed as a storyteller, and that is Janjavan. Because when I am telling a story, means my legs and my hands and my body and my neck, and they're all moving. I can't control it. I'm just like all of you, you know, I can't sit still. I must have at least got up from the chair thrice to add a go. So we're all different type of tellers. She's someone who's very calm. Let's hear from her, because when I often get tired also through my stories. So we must hear from Janja.
I think Saraswati ma'am has just made the most important point. You have to enjoy. Yeah, God bless you. So most important, please remember that when you are narrating a story, you have to own the story. The story has to be yours. Okay? It's not like, you know, mugging up a story and then narrating. It doesn't help. You have to read the story again and again, again and again, till the time you know the sequence of the stories. As Saraswati ma'am said, we once had a workshop also, that how to make a story grid, and how to make, you know, the important things, just pictorial, small stick puppets also will do. And then, you know, you decide, this is mostly for the teachers also, that as you decide in your classroom that I have this much time, and so how much time do I devote to this point, how much I devote to this point, and the timing changes according to your audience. So where you find it, you know, where you want to emphasize. So today you all were talking about creativity. The topic was one. So you all emphasized on creativity. If the topic changes, the audience changes, the style will change. And as Saraswati ma'am said, that every storyteller has got his or her own style. So I get impressed by many storytellers. I try, but I can't copy everybody. So I do what is comfortable with me. Okay, so you have to listen to a lot of people, watch a lot of people, and then decide that what makes you comfortable and you're happy with it. Never ever copy anybody. Never ever copy anybody. Just don't think that, yes, your teachers might be teaching you many things, but it has to be your own style. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, 35, code 35 wants to ask a question.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Start my video. Ma'am, without using props, is storytelling effective?
I never use props. So very sorry to interrupt you. And can I go on the records? Means like I thought you are a superstar. I was just waiting that how I can meet you beyond the this competition. You just impressed me. Anyway, so the abilities that one has with your voice, your expressions, and the way you emote is not necessary at all always to use props. But when maybe when you are telling a story to very small children, those who are in play group and it's like 3+ or 2+ of age, they don't understand because they haven't seen the whole world. Maybe they haven't seen a white bird that looks like this. So if you want to prompt that, you can show them the bird or something. But otherwise, always it is very important for a storyteller to allow the listener to imagine things. You know, when I talk about suppose a tortoise, and your tortoise can be much greener than me. My tortoise can be a little bit more brownier, and the head, your imagination. You have a screen in front of you, and you allow the listeners to imagine. So instead of prompting them to look at many props that you're using, but that is according to you. It's completely on you. It's completely on you. Okay?
I just want to add something.
Yes, ma'am.
So your body is the most effective prop, your own body, because it can turn into anything that you want. It can turn into a door, hinges opening. It can turn into a lion, a tiger, a shy girl, angry mother. It can turn into a tree. It can turn into wind. It can turn into sun. So to be very frank, we really don't need props at all. But when children are small, like Janja ma'am said, they may not have seen actually what a tortoise is. So we show them something concrete. That means something that they can see, so that as they grow, they'll be able to imagine the abstract. That means something that does not exist. It's just like reading a book and watching a movie. So in a book, now earlier you were wearing your background was black. Yes, and Papa and Mummy were fighting for the fan. But see, now your background is something different, isn't it? So you are allowing them to imagine what it is, where it can be. And truly, I'm also his fan. Fan's fan.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, kids, for interacting, and with your interaction, with your questions, I'm sure the mentor teachers have also got the tips and learning from two eminent people who have helped us to narrate the story in a proper way. Now, without wasting time, I would request our principal madam to declare the result.
Before declaration of the result, once again, I thank both the judges. I could see now the judges' remarks and marks. It was too difficult on their part also to decide. So before the declaration of the result, both the judges said that each and every child is a winner here. Each and every child is a winner. They have chosen by their school, by their teachers, by their principals. So they have selected. They are representing the school in class 1 and class 2. So my dear children, this is the customary that I have to declare the result. But to me, And to all of us, you all are the winners. So let me now declare the result of the champ 3. We are having champ 3, 2 and 1. 3 winners we are going to select. And out of so many students, I think if suppose I'll be the judges, it would have been very difficult on my part to, right from the beginning I'm there. I was going on watching the things were going on. So nicely you have prepared, and your mentors, your parents also made you to stand. It is important is participation. It is not the winner. It is the participation is very, very important. And this is just the beginning, my dear children. You are so small. And this is just the beginning, and a long way to go. A long way to go. And I congratulate each and every participant here. I also congratulate their mentors. I also congratulate their parents. And the champ 3 is code number 008. Congratulations, code number 008. From DAB Public School, Kalinganagar, Bhubaneswar. Congratulations to your mentor, to your parents, to your principal, to the school. Who is, please raise your hand. 008. Please raise your hand. Where are you? I am not able to see you. And champ 2, DAB Public School, Bolani, and champ 1, DAB Public School, Chandrasekharpur, Bhubaneswar. Congratulations, students. May I see 3 of you here? No, I'm not able to see them. Raise your hand, raise your hand. DAB Public School, Kalinganagar, DAB Public School, Bolani, and DAB Chandrasekharpur. Yes, it is 26. 26, okay, back the second position. Congratulations, dear. Sanskriti Tiwari, 35. Yes, is in the first position. DAB Public School, Chandrasekharpur. Oh, congratulations. Do you want to say anything? Please unmute. My IT department, I request, please unmute them.
Hey, congratulations to both of you. We are so glad. So glad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know, I was also teaching in DAV Chandrasekharpur for many years.
Do you want to say anything, Anshuman? How do you feel? How do you feel
Very
now?
happy, ma'am. Very happy.
This much?
He's so grounded. He's so grounded. A very beautiful answer. I'm very happy. I think that's the best way you can express yourself. Because he's a champ and a real hero.
And how do you feel, Sanskriti? Unmute and speak.
I am very glad. Thank you so much, ma'am.
You have to make the one bag for Jhanja ma'am and one bag for me.
Sure, ma'am.
Done.
Ma'am, I am 008.
Oh, wow. Where are
008.
you? We want to see you.
Okay, 008, congratulations, but I could not see you. On your video is off. 008 from DAB.
Ma'am, actually due to some network problems.
Okay, do you want to say anything? How do you
Congratulations.
feel?
I'm very happy, ma'am.
Very, very happy. Okay,
Very.
convey our congratulations to your parents, to your mentors, to your principal, to everybody those have helped you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And the students, those are here. Do not think that this is the day was not yours. The day was yours. Every day is yours. and never think that the day was not yours. This is just the beginning. We will be going on doing. You just go on preparing. Keep your preparation, okay, and create new stories, and try to do the modulation as Jhanja madam and Saraswati madam so nicely they are doing. I think to me all are the winners. I would like to request the teachers present over here or the mentors, those are here. Please give them distribute them the chocolates on behalf of me, on behalf of DAB Zone 1.
And don't forget to give it to also the judges.
Yes, ma'am.
No, seriously, I just want to send some chocolates to these kids because they really stole my heart, and I am so happy. I'm so happy. And I want to specially mention there were some people who were disqualified for exceeding the time limit, but they were superb. They were superb. And I just want to tell the teachers and the child that please don't get disheartened, because such things teach us very important, what to say. As you grow, these are all learning processes, and these things help you a lot as you move ahead. Many a times, because I have also represented, I'll just give a small example. I represented Odisha as a glider pilot during my time, but in the finals in Hyderabad, I just missed it. But that doesn't mean that my life ended there. I was proud that I represented Odisha as a glider pilot, but no matter if I didn't win there. So it's exactly the same thing, because a long year-run process of preparation and getting selected over here, going there, a whole many things are involved. But it certainly has helped me as a human being. Finally, it counts. Okay, so then don't get disheartened if you are disqualified for something. That is actually a learning process. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us here. I'm very glad. Thank you to Madam Namita Mohanty that you thought of inviting us over here. And I saw a wonderful plethora of students narrating such beautiful stories. And once again, from the core of my heart, I thank all the teachers, mentors, and the parents especially, and my sweethearts, children. Can I take a leave, ma'am?
Thank you, madam.
And there is another vote of thanks session only.
Okay, then I have to wait. Yes, sorry.
2 minutes only.
So, okay, no issues. Yes, ma'am.
May I request the Ranjita Mary madam, the supervisor of the Tiny Tots of our school, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, madam. Thank you. As we come to the end of this competition, it's my pleasure to show our gratitude on our school to all who have helped make this event such a success. Hereby, I, Ranjita Mary Sahu, extend a really hearty thanks to esteemed judges, Madam Jhanja Das and Madam Saraswati Nanda Satpathy, who spared their valuable time from the busiest schedule to help nurture the blooming storytellers of the future generation. Today, we had an opportunity to hear their thoughts and their creativity through their stories. And I'm sure this will definitely be going to encourage these little storytellers in making as well the mentor teachers for their growth. I would like to extend my gratitude to our respected principal, ma'am, Madam Namita Mohanty, for giving us the platform and an opportunity to the participants to show their talents and polish it with the help of this platform. Our sincere gratitude goes to all the mentor teachers for your rock-solid support system and encouragement to the kids who showed their interest in this competition. Last but not the least, I must not forget to thank the whole technical team, without whom the virtual competition would have been difficult to commence. Thank you all again. Namaskar.
Namita ma'am, thank you so much. Ranjita ma'am, thank you so much for coordinating it. And Bunny ma'am, thank you for being so cheerful and being so attentive. And thank you so much. Jhanja ma'am, it was, for me, it was indeed a pleasure to be there with you here. And it was fun. I'm taking away so many stories. But Namrata ma'am, I would definitely, a lot of children have left, but it would be great if you could also tell the mentors that each one of them has done well. And the fact that such young children represent their school when they're in grade 1 and 2 itself says a lot about each one of them. I think everyone has worked hard. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, children.
Thank you.